if the Little Mermaid live action remake is coming out in 2 weeks' time, why don't we talk about the original film, The Little Mermaid? This is a Disney anime classic, came out in 1989, and the plot of this movie is we see this 16-year-old teenage mermaid princess named Ariel. Ariel, who is kind of now in a place where she's wanted more than life under the sea in the kingdom with her sisters and her father, King Triton, because Ariel has this fantasy or has this big obsession with humans and obsessed with the human world and the land, because she has these artifacts, all these humans objects, but her father, King Triton's against the idea of her going to the real world because their humans are barbarians and they might do something bad to her. But it's not till one day Ariel meets and rescues this guy named Prince Eric. And of course, as you all know, Ariel instantly falls in love with him and she wants to meet him again. She wants to know more about him and knows more about the human world. But it's not till she makes this deal with this sea witch named Ursula, gives her a lifetime, give her 3 days to get Prince Eric to kiss her and to kiss him back. So she becomes human for eternity, for the rest of her lives. But what Ariel doesn't know, that Ursula had a trick in her sleeve. She's only using her to get to King Triton. What do I think of The Little Mermaid it's obvious. This film is a classic. It's a classic, timeless Disney film. Now, my history of Little Mermaid, I wasn't a biggest fan of this movie. I didn't love the movie, but I do respect it. I respect this film. I do appreciate it. I do admire this movie. I do give it some love and appreciation to this film. I do respect Disney and the creative team making this film so good. And I can see why people love it. I do enjoy watching it. It's a good time. It's definitely a fun Disney animated film. But over time, I've come to appreciate it a lot more, because I know this film is for girls. It is for girls because it has a mermaid, because girls into mermaid stuff and princesses. But there are some for the guys to like. But there are stuff in there, which I will admit there are some good stuff in there. Let's start off with the characters. Start off with Ariel. Ariel is voiced by Jodie Benson. Now, it's kind of funny because as a kid, I watched this at nursery, and over time I've grown up with it. I used to have a crush on Ariel. I'm not going to lie. I think most guys like me, I'm sure you guys out there have the same feeling, because look, I get it. Ariel is a hand-drawn animated character. She's not real, but come on. She's that attractive. It's kind of weird you have attraction to drawings. We all had that before with certain animated stuff, with certain animated movies, like Ariel herself. Ariel, you do see her she wants more out of life, and of course she does have this human artifact, all these human stuff that humans use and all these other stuff she was curious about. And of course she talks to this seagull named Scuttle. He knows about the human stuff. Of course he asked him about this fork, if it's combing the hair. It's a dinglehopper where she pulls the hair, and of course she combs it, and of course also all that stuff. And of course, not only she befriends a seagull with Scuttle, she befriends another fish called Flounder. Flounder, he's a bit of a gubby fish. He doesn't always love with Ariel, and of course that he wants Ariel to go to the human world and wants to follow her dreams and follow her own path. Mermaids are against the idea, and it's against their will not to go to the human world, because her father, King Triton, yeah, he is a bit of a father figure. Look, I get it. He's overprotective. He doesn't want anything bad to Ariel, even though she does have he has his moments with her, that he just goes for the whole entire thing with her, which he destroys the whole human order, especially the statue of Prince Eric after he rescued her. And he finds that movie when Ariel escaped to the human world, and when he's looking for her, he realized what he's done, that he went too far on her. And he does care. And by the end of the movie, he does give her the ultimatum that she wants to be with Prince Eric. And of course, King Triton's right-hand servant, or the advisor of the Kingdom Under Ocean, is Sebastian. Sebastian is this crab who's looking out for Ariel, and of course, he's a Jamaican crab. I know a lot of people say that it's Jamaican stereotype, which it doesn't bother me. I don't think it offends people now. I don't think they do. I could be wrong. It could be offensive now because he's a Jamaican crab. I had no problem with that. I think it works fine because the way he talks, he goes, Ariel, Ariel, voice, which is quite cool. Prince Eric, there's not much to him. He's just looking for the girl who rescued him from the ship crash and from saving him from drowning. And of course, he wants to find her because he spent time with Ariel, but he thinks she's the one for him to fall in love with and who rescued, but that never come to fruition. And of course, Ursula, the villain, she's kind of a creepy kind of character. You do see her. She's more of a drag queen. Yeah, a drag queen. She looks like a drag queen, which is an inspiration for Ursula, which, honestly, if this film get made today, people will throw their fits about this. But again, that's a whole other thing. Ursula, you do see her. She wants to take over those seas. And of course, she has this eye on Ariel because she's the key to King Triton. Because she wants to get his crown and his weapon that he uses to control the seas. And of course, he'll take over. She wants to take over. That's her motivations. Yes, you can say her motivations is straightforward. There isn't much depth, but you do get enough of why she's doing this or why she wants that. And of course, she does turn Ariel into a human. And of course, she has to give up her voice to become a human so he can get to Prince Eric. And of course, she's tried to stop her from kissing her so she can get to King Triton, which is absolutely crazy, but yet it's so well done. The music by Alan Menken and Harold Hashman is so good here, and the songs are very catchy. It's not only Under the Sea, Kiss the Go, or Pure Fortune of Souls, but the most famous song that Jodie Benson sings, Part of Your World, which is a lovely song. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful melody song, which everyone listens to. And the animation is still great. I just love the animation. It just still holds up. Even though it's 1989, but you gotta respect that. But it's still good. It still holds up today. There's so many things to talk about The Little Mermaid. I love how this movie goes. And it does have a good message that kids can learn from. And even adults as well, they can appreciate. And there's not much to say about The Little Mermaid. I think everyone give their consensus about this movie. This film is a classic. It may not be my favorite Disney film, but I do appreciate it. I do admire it. I do come to respect this film. But like I said, Little Mermaid, I will say this is worth buying on 4K or Blu-ray. Whatever the choices are, this is worth buying. This is such a great film. This is such a classic. Comment down below, guys. Tell me what you think of The Little Mermaid. Do you love it? Do you like it? Or do you think it's all right? Or do you hate it? Comment down below what you think. Are you excited for the Little Mermaid live-action remake? Or are you not so? I'm curious to know. I'm kind of open to it. I'm kind of curious. I'm not excited for it, but after the trailers, I kind of went, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. It might be decent. Hey guys, that's my review on Little Mermaid. And of course, guys, until next time, see ya!